Good morning, students. So this video tutorial is going to walk you through how to start your own app in AppLab in code.org. So I know we just finished the Intro to AppLab course, but now what you guys are going to do is you're going to create your own app from scratch using the instructions that I provided with you. So before going to this video, what you should have done is there should be a link where you can test the final app. So I have created the app that you guys are going to create, and I want you to test it out first. So what it looks like, all right, this is the link you should have clicked on already. If you didn't, you want to go back and click on the link so you can test the app. All right, so everyone's app is going to look relatively the same, but all the colors and things like that, you guys can kind of make your own. All right, so everyone's going to have a welcome screen, and there's going to be a button that says Start. So when you click Start, this is what's going to happen. It's going to bring up another screen, pretty much with 6 buttons. And the object is to pick the correct button. If you pick the wrong button, it's going to say you lose and it's going to play a sound. If you click the correct button, it's going to say you win and it's going to play a different sound. And you can program whichever button you want to be the winner button, and you can program whichever ones you want to be the loser button. Now you'll notice out of these 6 buttons, there is no number 1 button, and I'll explain that later. And you will kind of see in the instructions why we do not have a button 1. All right, so for instance, if I click button 2, you hear that sound. It says wrong number, you lose. And then there's a button here that says return to game. So when I click it, it should go back to the game screen. And then I can try another button. Okay, that seemed to be the correct one. So my button 3 was my winning button. So now if I go to return to game and I click on 4, 5, 6, and 7, those are going to be the loser buttons. And again, as you can hear, it makes those sounds. All right, so these buttons, all those buttons, there's 6 of them. 1 is a winner button, the other 5 are loser buttons. And you are going to program all these buttons to do what my buttons did as well. You can choose different sounds, different text, things like that, but the basics of the app are the same. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how to get into AppLab so you can start programming on your own, and then we'll get into the instructions. So once you guys get into code.org, all right, you guys should be in your dashboard. So you want to log in. So up at the top right, it should say your name, and then you want to click on My Dashboard just to make sure you're at My Dashboard. All right, now to get into AppLab to start creating the app, you want to go to Create up at the top right here. And then the third one down is going to say AppLab. Okay, and what it's going to do, it's going to take you to AppLab. So this should look similar to the Intro to AppLab course. You have your screens here. You have all your blocks that you could use. As you can see, there's a lot more blocks than the first one. And then you have your workspace, which is where your code's going to go. Now in this app, it's going to be 2 parts. The first part is the actual design part. So up here at the top left, it says code, design, and data. So we're going to be in the design mode first. You're going to create your app, make it look nice. And then in part 2, you're going to come to code, and then you're actually going to code the app. Okay, so the design part, this is where you're going to start. Now, the instructions of how you're going to design and what you're going to design and what you're going to add is all in Schoology. Okay, there's a part 1 link, and then there's a part 2 link. You want to do the part 1 link first, and then I will check your design to make sure it looks the way it's supposed to look. And then you would go into part 2, which again is the coding part where you use the blocks and things like that. Okay, so that hopefully just is an intro to AppLab. So my next video is just going to start you with the design part, and then hopefully you can get the idea and kind of go from there. All right, so good luck and have fun.